Well, everyone, it's day 2 of the TFT Vegas Open. I'm joined right now by Blast from the Past, Saintvicious, who I've not interviewed for this channel in probably 7 years or something like that. But, Saint, you're out of the tournament, unfortunately. What did you think of the event? 512 people, big open event, very kind of old school esports vibes. What did you think?
Oh, I'm so used to you giving me the mic.
Yeah, I'm trusting you this time. I'm hoping that you've aged and matured enough that you can hold the microphone.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of cutthroat. You know, like I bought forward. My lowest placement turn is 6. That's my only bot 4, and I didn't make it. So it's like I feel like and once it came to the second day, only the top 2 progressed.
Yeah.
From each thing, and then it lost a tiebreaker on it. So it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's very. Like anything can happen, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So, but you know.
And I'm sure it's frustrating from a competitor standpoint.
Well, no, I obviously could have played better. Like it's a game I won 6. I think I could have gone like 5th and probably made the 1 point. So
it's so funny. I'm so used to League of Legends esports where, there's like a patch, but then they like freeze it for a while and it doesn't hit LCS for a while. There's a patch that came out like a couple days before this, and everybody was kind of like rapidly figuring out how to learn and what the new meta was going to be. What was it like for you trying to adapt?
I honestly played the exact same way I played on the patch before.
Is that because you didn't want to adapt, or is it because like the patch was it just didn't do much?
Oh no, like the patch there's a lot of level 8 builds you can play.
Yeah.
There's some reroll builds. Like it like opened up more options, but it's like I still think the best way to play the game was the way I was playing, and it's like I just didn't, like the game I did bot for, I didn't like play it as like efficiently as I could,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. What's it like for you to see a TFT event like this? Because I feel like for a while, right, it's like, yeah, we're going to do TFT esports stuff, and then it kind of became very little TFT esports stuff.
Well, they did have COVID.
Yes, they did have COVID, but it also, like, we're in 2023, there's been other stuff.
Yeah.
I guess let's put it this way. This feels like the first big TFT event, right? Like, it's the first one that I can think of where you can have all these people here, and there's like a community element and all that stuff. It kind of feels like old school esports. So what do you think of this type of event?
I think TFT is a weird game to have as a spectator sport.
Yeah.
Compared to like League. League's like, oh, they stole Baron or they missed Smite or some random thing like some crazy stuff can happen, right? It can be very swingy, and it's like even if you don't really understand what's happening, like you can kind of like, oh, that's the scoreboard. It's like 1 versus 1, like the team, and it's like you can kind of decipher what's happening, you know what I mean? Even if you don't understand the characters, all that kind of stuff. I feel like TFT, if you don't know what's going on, you're not going to understand anything, right? And then the high, the peak moments are like, there's not like outplays or those kind of things. So I think this event's kind of cool though, because everybody's kind of rooting for their own little personal favorite of their streamer. Yeah. Feels more like a grassroots kind of organic event.
That's what I was going to say, is it feels a lot like Riot is taking lessons from EVO and Magic, where it's like participatory. Like 512 people got to all compete in this thing. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's kind of like the future of TFT competitive? Is like these things where everybody gets to come and play and compete in some big tournament?
Like a circuit-based system or something like that?
No, not like a circuit. Well, just like an open, right? Like the way EVO is or stuff like that.
Yeah. I like that format. I mean, maybe I think it's like hard to make a balanced enough format where it's, because you have so many players that are coming in. And the thing with EVO is there's always like a losers bracket.
Yeah.
And like I think that's so hype. Like somebody makes the whole gauntlet run, and like they used to do that in League also, where it's like they get knocked down, and then somebody crawl out of the losers bracket, and I thought that's really cool. But here it's like there's people who showed up and played, from like China.
Yeah.
They flew, 20 hours or something. They played 3 games, and it's like, well, I'm done. Yeah. Like that happened to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So like I think the format could be cleaned up. There's definitely, and I know it's hard with a lot of people, but I definitely would like to see a losers bracket.
Yeah, that would be cool because I do think a lot of cool stories come up from that. What other changes would you like to see to this event, if any?
I don't know. I think the event was run pretty well. I mean, just the format's like my really only issue with it, and other than that, I think it's like I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah. How is the dream of Saints Tots coming along?
Oh, do I have kids? Is that what you're asking?
No. Do you not remember this? This
I
is
remember,
like a meme.
I know I'd open a daycare. No.
Yes, you're supposed to open a daycare.
No, that's later in life.
Oh, later in life. Okay, we're still fitting that up.
I'm still a kid.
Because I mean that was a meme from I think 12 years ago or something like that.
Saints time.
And so
nobody's going to remember
all this
that,
time
Travis.
no, some people still comment that shit. Some people in the comments will be like, I remember that.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to check in. But other than that, you've been good. Do you still follow League at all? Do you care about League esports?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch any Worlds.
Do you know that CLG no longer exists?
Yeah.
What do you think of that as a former, old school League player?
I mean, I was hanging out with George for a while when he like sold the team and all that, and I don't know. I mean, it's like, how to explain it? All those like old teams that were built on passion and stuff, like the original TSM. Like you hate Andy all you want or whatever, but or like original CLG, where you're just like, it's just a bunch of people who love the game and you're just trying to win, and like, there's a lot of like crazy little everyone's like vlogging and like people are just happy to be playing. And it's like, I mean, it's just part of the thing where it becomes very corporatized and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not the same CLG, Like, that CLG died before it ever sold, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Anything that you want to say to any of the fans out there?
I appreciate everybody who has supported me all throughout the years and who are, the new and the old fans for TFT and streaming and all that. And I really appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things TFT Vegas Open right here on my YouTube channel. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you've made it this far, then you probably have. And maybe you enjoyed it enough to hit up the link in the description where I have a support link. You can support me there, because if you're seeing this, then I don't have like an outro sponsor, and my business is clearly failing because of that. And I am not a 501c3 nonprofit, but I'm a nonprofit. If you're a company that's not making profit, you're a nonprofit. That's how that works, right? I think so. I'm not. It's not tax deductible though, so you can't. If you support me that way, then you can't deduct it on your. Don't get me in trouble with the IRS. Don't get yourself in trouble with the IRS, or whatever tax authority you have in your country, because it's a very global group of people that watch these videos. Merry Christmas. Wait, happy holidays. Global.